Hello, my name is Ajay Pandey and I am a faculty member of Finance and Accounting area at Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. I'm here in this clip to sort of introduce a couple of programs which we have specifically launched for the Chartered Accountant professionals in collaboration with the Institute of Chartered Accountants, India. Um, so let me lay out as to the background. Of course, I already said I belong to the area called finance and accounting area, and we have colleagues who have both accounting. They have been a professional chartered accountant, and also people who specialize in financial economics and corporate finance. So there has been a kind of feeling because we still get a lot of CAs in our various programs. So over a period of time, we observe that there is possibly a need, particularly for the CAs, because though outstanding professional they are with respect to the chosen profession that is accounting, we felt that they could be more effective if they, right in the beginning, some complementary skills were added, some complementary perspectives were added before they start out their career. And similarly, based on our interaction with the people at the senior level in the firms, we felt that the typically very professional sort of orientation of people rising up in the corporate ladder also somewhat inhibits their ability to look at the business problems and business situations from a broader and holistic point of view. So, based on these two, I think we have been talking to the institute and we recognize that what the professional qualification brings or adds to the individuals who become professionals is not something which you are going to sort of we can work on. What we can work on is definitely the complementary perspectives, skills, and let's say understanding, which might make chartered accountant as a professional, in fact, be more effective in whichever context they were to sort of operate as a professional. And I think this need was also sort of recognized because the overall broader economic context, the country has sort of done very well in the last 15, 20 years. The role and expectations from the CAs also has undergone change. So I think we have been talking to the institute, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants in India, to how we can contribute to, let's say, evolution of chartered accountants as a professional, uh, irrespective of whichever sector, whichever kind of setting uh, they have chosen to build their career. So, I mean, in the last couple of months, finally, that is, I'm talking about December 2018, we were able to finalize an agreement with the institute that we will jointly offer a set of programs. Um, so, at least to start with, we have already done one program which was basically which was endorsed by the Institute of Chartered Accountants, which was meant for those who are already experienced enough and those who are looking for uh, broader skills such as strategic sort of perspective, leadership skills, and so on. And that was our beginning. That was 1 week program which we started out with. Now I'm here to talk about two more programs, which are somewhat longer duration programs, which we have worked out in, of course, talking to the institute, which we are proposing to start off. And these programs, we hope, if if there's a good response from the market, we'll continue going forward. One of these programs is essentially aimed at those who have just completed their, let's say, those who have been certified as a professional, those who have just got their certification and have become a member of the institute. Right in the beginning of their career, we are offering a program which basically is almost 5 weeks programs, and that will basically broaden the understanding of young CAs in terms of providing complementary perspectives, such as, for example, things like which they may not have covered adequately, such as functional areas, marketing, operations, even somewhat more in-depth finance. Of course, we understand that they are very good at accounting, so that's not something where we can add value to. And also, not only just the perspective obviously will be trying to take them to, let's say, a strategic level perspective, that is that of CEO, right in the beginning of the career, so that they can understand different business model, how the businesses interact with the environment. So this is so much on the knowledge and perspective side, which is what the program aims at. But the program also is aimed at certain skill sets which might be, let's say, complementary to what they have already learned. For example, soft skills, communications, um, let's say, how to work in teams, analytical skills, and perspective on technology as to how it affects the businesses and how it's changing the business models. So all these are the themes which we want them to be familiarized right in the beginning, because that will be useful for them to become effective in whichever setting they want to build their career. So this is program for the young CAs, which we intend to offer. The first offering is slated in April of 2019. The second program which we are offering is for the experienced chartered accountants. So when we say experience, means anything above, let's say, 5 or 6 years, and ideally somewhere like 12, 13, 14 years. So this is the kind of experience band we are looking for. And here the content is somewhat similar to CA, but the perspective is dramatically different. Wherein case of young skiers, we are building both, we are taking both top down, that is strategic or CEO perspective, and also the bottom up perspective, that is a functional manager. So we look at the issues from a marketing manager's perspective and same marketing issues from the perspective of a CEO, for example, in young CA program. But when we get down to senior CA audience, for which we are targeting the program, we will not look at from bottom perspective, which is we are not so much interested in looking at issues from the perspective of functional managers. There, our focal point would be how, for example, CEOs or those who run the company, how they look at each of those functional issues, and that understanding, if it is built, uh, let's say, among the CAs, we hope that they will be able to contribute. It goes without saying that there would be some, let's say, addition of skills which, again, they may not have had the opportunity to sort of acquire, which is let's say, analytical skills or soft skills, leadership skills, and communication skills or negotiation skills. These are the skills which are not formally sort of covered in any program. This is not to say that the people with experience would have not sort of learned it or would not have made use of, would not have become effective in all this. But here is an offering which tries to provide a formal setting and a structure wherein people, those who are not very confident, can actually at least get the opportunity to get that perspective, try it out, and become more confident about understanding about displaying the skills and so on. So broadly, these are the two programs which we are launching, and hopefully the premise on which we are launching and the premise with which Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, Chartered Accountants of India agrees with. Hopefully, there will be a response, and those who are watching this clip, and if they are CAs, not only we would request them to sort of participate in the program, but we would expect them to sort of at least uh, understand the value of the INSET program and write to us if they have any feedback on the program, on the design of the program, the idea of the program, and of course, we would love to see some of you out there on the campus when we have the program starting for the young CS in April and for the senior ones in February 2018. Well, thank you, and hope to see you on the campus.